Alright. Are we live? Is it working? Let me know, guys, in the chat if everything's running correctly. I think everything is. Let me know. I think. Alright, yeah, everything's working over there. Alright, yeah, guys, just let me know in the chat real quick if everything's working, if we're up and we're going with this, if everything's running fine. Let me know real quick. Let me know that in the chat. Yeah, we got quite a bit to talk about, actually. Oh my god, this is a lot we gotta talk about. Audio/video, good. Thank you. That's all I needed. Thank you. We got a lot to talk about. And I'm starting to, now figure out more of a great schedule and a good way to do these live streams and stuff like that. And then we'll do uploads here and there, so I make sure every topic we talk about is in a certain amount of time. But some things we're just going to have to talk about more. So we'll wait for more people to get in here before we get into anything. Is this seriously still going on? It is, but we got other stuff to go through. So it isn't just the classic drama and everything. People are going to be like, finally. It's going to be like The Rock. Finally! You know, everyone's going to cheer to the heavens. TJV is finally talking about something else besides the drama. I do got to talk about an Ohmrecker comment today. But besides that, we're talking about completely different stuff. And then another hate comment or two I want to cover real quick. And then that's it. That's it. And then we can move on to other crap and all the other good stuff. Hello, everyone's saying hi to the Yoshis, hi to me. Well, welcome, guys. I'm so happy all of you guys are in here. Major Scats, $2 super chat. Sup, my dude. Awesome. Wow, you guys are awesome. I gotta say real quick, I'm not gonna get all sappy or emotional or anything like that, but I will say I really do appreciate those who want to show up. I see Major coming in with super chats all the time saying sup, and other people coming to that. It really means a lot that you guys show up, because at the very end of the day, if this all fails and I have to do this for fun, it's you guys who make it fun for sure. So I gotta say I appreciate it. So yeah, I moved into a new place. I talked about it 2 days ago on the first stream here in the house. Yep, got a new place, and I'm sure people will be saying that for weeks, being like, wow, you got a new place, and I'll be like, yeah, already talked about it. So sorry if you hear me talk about it a lot, but yes, I got a new place, got the setup, everything is looking good. The Yoshi light, yep. You guys can't really see the finer detail and everything, and I would have to bring it closer. I can't really do that, so I'm just gonna leave it there though. But yeah, I changed the colors of that thing back there, and this thing I can change the colors to it, but I like kind of the way it's set up. It's pretty cool. So yeah, Yoshi is crammed in there. Yeah, there's a bunch of Yoshis crammed. He's just kind of leaning like that. I need to set him up better, but he's fine. Anyways, we're going to get into a lot of different topics, and I got this really cool setup for all the streams and stuff like that. So out of the 120 something people who are watching this, I got a really cool way to set everything up. Cole Bizzle, $2 super chat. Hey, good to see you. Love the set. I got to go though. Well, thank you for hopping in real quick, Cole Bizzle. That means a lot. I do got a lot of stuff I want to show you guys, and you guys will just find out what it is as time goes on. During this stream you'll end up seeing. But out of the 130 people now in here, down here there's an email right here. I'm running my finger perfectly. Well, I was perfectly across it. There's an email right here. That's my email. So feel free to send in an email of any topic, any question, anything at all. I sent out an announcement on my community tab and on my Discord saying I want to now start to take your guys' topics, stuff that you guys want to hear. Because if I'm always choosing the topics, sometimes we'll have a great day where I talk about something at the right time, at the right place, and the stream blows up, and then I have YouTubers in the chat, Keemstar joins the chat, Ohmrecker joins the chat, and things go crazy. But I want to set this up more to where you guys are more in control of it, and I'll just choose what I believe are going to be the best ones. So I still got to choose topics from the email, and just because I don't choose your topic one day doesn't mean I don't choose it another day. But today you can kind of see what we're going to talk about based off of what people have asked me and some other important news. So if there's still drama happening, I'm still going to cover it and I'm still going to talk about it. Don't worry, I will. But it will be also with other stuff as well. And then what I plan on doing, is cutting out segments of the stream depending on how short or long they are, and then just re-uploading them. And if people just want to watch the certain segments, watch the certain segments. If you want to be here to watch the entire live stream, I'll be here to watch the entire live stream. So that is what everything is going to be like moving forward for this. I will see what I can do about the segment thing. I'm not recording this or anything, so I just plan on downloading a part of the VOD later and re-uploading segments. Hopefully that works out. Hopefully I get it back in time. So you're gonna probably get a couple notifications from this channel if you have your notifications on for this channel of segments, and that's only because I'm uploading those segments later with better tags, a better thumbnail, all this other stuff, and then people can watch those certain segments. Because I hear all the time people going, I can't watch those 2, 3, 4 hour live streams, and I'm like, okay, I get it. I'll just upload shorter segments, and then you can choose what you want to watch. If you want to watch all of them, watch all of them. If you want to watch the live stream, watch the live stream. So I just wanted to let you guys know that's how these live streams are going to be set up going forward. A lot of other content creators do this method too online, and it works well for some and doesn't work well for others. It might not work well for me, but we're going to try this out. And I think there's going to be a little bit more of not style, but a lot more functionality doing it this way as well, especially with this whole setup, everything over there, everything, you know, the email down here. So send in a topic or question, and it can literally be about anything. It can be about, hey, what's your favorite cheese pizza? I probably won't pick that, but you can email it if you would like. I want it to be more about drama, but I'm fine with it being about drama in the real world, because like today we're going to talk about a COVID thing that someone sent in and saying, hey, what are your thoughts on this? So it can be real world stuff. It can be, I guess, political stuff, but we can kind of try to stray away from that. It can be about online personalities, YouTubers. It can be about an artist. It can be about a movie star. It can be about anything at all, or it can just be about movies like we're going to talk about the MCU today. So, that is what we're going to be doing. Yes, this is the new house right here. This is the new house right here. I'm in the new house officially. So yeah, that's all good. But a promise is a promise, and a lot of people were like, hey, you said you were going to start showing kitty videos and owl kitty videos in the beginning of your live streams, and you haven't been doing that. I got an Owl Kitty video for you today. I will not play the music or the audio because I don't want it to be copyrighted or all, but I want to give credit to Owl Kitty. If you don't know the YouTube channel, he puts cats in like movies and like famous videos and stuff like that, and he does an amazing job editing. And I saw one today for Dirty Dancing, and I wanted to show you this Owl Kitty video. So yeah, I would sing it for you right now, but I don't know. It's like the time of our lives. And then this is just the cutest thing ever. Sorry if you're bothered by this, but I want to do this at the beginning of every live stream because people do enjoy me showing this. So yeah. And that's it. The Owl Kitty video of the day. Okay, Patrick Swayze with his cat. So that's what I'm going to show there. So yeah, there it is. All right. Hell yeah, cat video. Was hoping for one last stream. Yes. I'm sorry, but I'm going to keep up with that as well. I want to be able to keep up with that. The traditions have to stay. We're not going to get rid of the traditions that we kind of started together. So, not at all. Okay, so we're going to have some beginning topics we're going to have to talk about before we get into the other topics. So how this will be set up going forward is I will just cover certain information first and then move on from there. And then I'll actually get into the email questions towards the end. If you guys end up deciding to send in a super chat or something like that, I will answer it here on stream, but I won't export it as its own upload unless it becomes more of a segment here. But if anybody donates any large dollar amount, like $50, $100 super chat, it becomes an entire segment and I would upload it. But if you donate $100 super chat, but you don't have a question attached to it, then it doesn't. So I just wanted to make that clear on how I'm going to do things going forward so nobody's confused, and I have it all right here saved. So I won't be repeating that a lot. Having said that, we're going to move into the first thing, which isn't the Ohmrecker long comment thing, actually. it's my big announcement. I made a big announcement about 5-6 hours ago, I think, that email in your topics, and whoever emails in their topics, I'll feature it in the stream because it's a new idea that I kind of want to roll with. And this is the community tab post that I made under my TJV community tab. And there's a few comments I just want to cover real quick. Right here, Nathan says, there's a few a-holes in the comment section, but personally, I'll say thank you, because this is a chance to take a break from a subject I was sick of hearing about, so thank you for listening to your audience. I knew you weren't like the other content creators, just blindly pushing onwards. I personally don't have alternate suggestions, so I guess we shall see what other people have to say. Well, again, that is something that we're going to have to wait and see. If whether or not people respond well to this, because for the longest time I've always been criticized for like milking the drama, which yeah, I'm milking the drama, but at least I'm not covering the same thing over and over again. It's something new within the drama. If you consider that the same thing, same drama, fine, whatever, but I'm always covering new things. Like for today, there's a new comment that he commented on my live stream like yesterday, I think. So it's a new statement from Ohmwrecker, but it's still about the same drama. And people say, that's just milking the drama. That's just milking the drama. Okay. I just kind of, when I got hooked onto that news, I kind of wanted to keep following it up. And I feel like other people in my audience or not in my audience wanted to see follow-up videos and me talk about that so we can have a discussion. And that's pretty much what I have been doing and what I want to keep doing going forward. So if you're going to keep complaining that I'm talking about the same drama and I'm milking it and doing whatever, fine, whatever. But now that I'm talking about some other subjects, maybe that will ease people on being like, okay, yeah, he talks about the same stuff, but he also is talking about other stuff as well. It ain't just this every single time. Which again, if you have that complaint, just leave the channel, unsubscribe, go follow somebody else or something like that. I've never understood why people complain so much, but I have been listening to you guys about wanting me to talk about other stuff, so I gave you guys the control. You send me an email, and I will choose some of the best questions and topics to cover and stuff like that. So I'm giving you guys a little bit more leeway, okay? And I've been wanting to do that more. I just didn't know how I wanted to do that. If I wanted to do it Discord related and try to promote my Discord and have more people join and ask questions there, or what. So I don't know yet. But yeah. Moving on. Yeah, I think it's time we take a break from the current drama and talk about something else. No, I think it's time that you take a break from the drama. Okay. Right here. These comments are really roasting the hell out of you. Geez, it's up to you, man, what you want to do, TJV, but I don't think talking about the drama is a good choice for you. You got a great personality and are fun to watch, but when it comes to the drama, it neglects all the good stuff because then it replaces by drama and opinions. I think you should take some time for yourself and see if you really want to do. See what you really want to do. And I wanted to say that real quick. I have not really uploaded content much last week at all. It's because I was in the process of moving into this place. And within that time, I did end up realizing, do I really want to keep doing, like, the entire YouTube thing? Do I really want to keep doing YouTube, or do I just kind of want to go get a different job? And I decided I'm probably going to stick with it, and the only reason why is that I feel like there is going to be always something I can do, and it all depends on your own motivation, your hard work, and if you're going to set out for something, go as far as you possibly can with it. And I've always had that idea. It's kind of like saying never give up type thing. It isn't like it was a real like, oh, I don't know what to do. I was 50-50 about it. No, it was more of like I had a 2% doubt, you know, being like, maybe I should just look around for a different job, and maybe I should, you know, call the YouTube thing. I felt like that maybe 2% out of 100. So it wasn't like anything bad. But I did think about it a little bit, and I did take some time just to, you know, ease my mind. It was 1 week and ease everything. And I was in the process of moving, and I felt like that was a good time to think about it. And it went well. I'm more motivated than ever, being like, hey, nah, all the naysayers, all the haters out there, they'll hate me now. Let's just wait, 5 months down the line. They might feel different. Maybe some of them will come back. Maybe some of them won't. I don't know. I don't care. Maybe I'll gain a whole new fan base and grow even bigger than I thought I would. I don't know. So I'm kind of pushing that all aside, and just worrying about talking about this content and talking about those who want to send in super chats, emails, and people who type in the chat and want to engage in this in a positive or slightly negative way, whatever. that's who I'm going to. That's what I am, and who I am going to be focusing on. Not about the haters, not about every single hate comment or anything, but I will be covering some today. $20 super chat from Thunder. He's always coming in with super chats. Streamlabs hates me, so I'm going to donate a super chat until I figure it out. But anyways, I hope you have a good live stream, TJ, and I'm glad that you're talking about other topics for variety. Love, Thunder. And that's exactly what I'm doing. It ain't like I'm not talking about the drama. I certainly am going to be talking about, the drama and all that other stuff. It's just there will be more variety going on. And the only reason why there hasn't been is because, one, when I title and put a thumbnail for the live streams, there's always one big main subject I want to talk about, and then there might be some small things here and there. Now it's kind of making it all even and all on the same level. So instead of being like, oh, there's this Liz Katz and Delirious drama and all this other stuff, and Vandal's crew drama. Oh, and then there's a small little Keemstar and EDP 445 drama and Mini Lad drama down here, or vice versa. Let's say Mini Lad's up there, and then the Ohmrecker drama is small for the topic of the live stream. It kind of evens it all out, and it gives more of a, I don't know, it gives it a better feel. It makes it feel like you guys are tuning in to actually watch a show rather than just some guy in his bedroom talking about a topic that he's been talking about for so long. I mean, it makes it feel a bit better. It's still the same thing. I'm not trying to hide it or mask it or anything. I just think that this is going to be a better fit. And it kind of looks more professional doing it this way too. So yeah. And all that good stuff. Craig in the chat says, Hunter, disabled veteran here, and I enjoyed the fact that you, that the way that you handled altercations with people, cool, calm, and collective, helps me with my PTSD. Oh, well, thank you so much for everything that you've done and stuff like that. And I'm glad that I'm glad that you're watching. I really do appreciate that. And then right here, how about more on Ohmrecker and Delirious? You not done many streams on that. That's probably a joke. And then down here is the last comment I really wanted to cover. Cry some more about Liz blocking you. She might feel bad and unblock you. So this John Case person right down here, I'll kind of zoom into it a bit. Right down here, okay? Cry some more about it. About Liz blocking you. She might feel bad and unblock you. So I kind of did a little bit of research on who this John Case person is. Not who they are specifically, but like, have they been watching for a while? What's going on? And about a month ago, they put something very interesting in my comment sections, and I want to be able to show you this real quick. And we're not going to focus a lot of time on this, but I do want to show you this. I'll zoom in right down here. You guys can't really see that because of the chat right there, but I honestly can't watch TJV anymore because of his immaturity. It seems like the type that if he gets into a debate with someone, all he'll do is stand there and laugh and giggle like a 5-year-old. That means he won. He said that a month ago, by the way, and he commented on my community tab this morning actually. So. And then, trust me, it's not done. There's other comments such as laughing like a 5-year-old doesn't mean you're the mature one. Love how TJV has just become a clickbait channel. God, I can't wait until this is over. TJV goes back to being a no-name channel. Here's a whole nother slew of ones right here. No one cares at this point. At this point, TJV desperately is trying to stay relevant and now going beyond pathetic. TJV seems like the type of guy that would show up to an ex-girlfriend's house drunk 10 years after they broke up and be devastated to find out she's now happily married, has kids, and completely forgot about him, but would still constantly Facebook message her, text, and try to call her. How much you want to bet his next live stream is going to involve some way him crying about Liz Katz blocking him, how he has 29-30 comments with a video or whatever, and then that's an old thumbnail that I was using. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I was just kind of trying to show all these John Case, comments or whatever that I've been getting for a while. And yeah, I got 3 screenshots of like 4 or 5 comments stacked on top of each other of this. And he said a month ago he honestly can't watch me anymore, but he constantly keeps coming back to comment on my videos and stuff like that. And I just want to point out, not him directly, I'm not, you know, trying to call him out directly, but he was a really good example to show on what kind of people I have been dealing with recently and the people I will be dealing with more down the road. And it kind of happened around the Liz Katz thing. It's been happening for quite a bit. I've dealt with it for a long time, but it kind of amplified when the Liz Katz thing happened. And I've had a lot of people come here and just completely try to trash on me and just say the most negative thing that they possibly can in the comment sections. It doesn't bother me really, because at the end of the day I know that he is gonna keep coming back to say negative things. He'll probably be on this live stream or whatever saying negative things and all that stuff and down in the comments. He probably will. But I just want to point out that those people who are going to constantly sit here and call me pathetic and that he can't wait for me to be a no-name channel and says that I'm laughing like a 5-year-old, and then the whole thing with I seem like a guy who would go back to the ex-girlfriend's house 10 years later drunk, being devastated that she's happily married, whatever that is. All of that stuff is just going to be petty little insults. It's not really going to mean anything. It's not going to be progressive. It's not really going to move anything forward in terms of having a conversation. If he really disagreed with me, he could be in the chat and disagree with me. And there's probably people down in my live chat right now who do disagree with me. And I just want to say to you guys who do disagree with me, but are still going to be civil, be here in the chat, talk, discuss, and maybe even send in an email topic and debate your stuff real quick, and I'll include it here on the show. I really thank you for being civil, and I thank you for not being someone like John Case or anybody else that's going to be a John Case and just constantly comment insults and, you know, make analogies to try to hurt me or make me seem bad or anything like that, or speak upon my channel and my brand as if that has anything to do with the video I was talking about. I really do appreciate those who do disagree with me but are civil. So I appreciate you guys a lot, and I want to say please stick around, because I think we all become better people when we're challenged, and we should be able to challenge each other on, you know, our opinions, our thoughts, our theories, and everything else that we talk about. So I thank you for being here, and hopefully you stick around. But if you don't, you're always free to have a voice and be able to speak down in the comment sections. Email me, tweet at me, send me a message on Discord, talk in my Discord chats, anything you would like to do. So I thank you those who are civil about it. So I just wanted to point that out real quick. So that was the first, you know, thing I wanted to talk about. The second thing is the Ohmwrecker, the Ohmrecker comment. Oh my God. You guys will not believe how long this is. It is incredibly long, okay? So this is the second topic we're getting into, the Ohmrecker comment. This is long, and I'm going to show you guys real quick. And I'm not going to be able to read all of it here. And hopefully you guys will understand. So, hold on. It starts right here. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. All the way down to here. This is long, okay? He did a college senior year paper in the comment sections. It's a full story. Dude, this could be a script for a movie right here. I will read parts of it. I'll read the beginning of this. I'll come down here and talk about a couple of the points he makes here. And then I'll cover some other stuff here and there. I'm not going to read this all. So if you guys would like to read it all, it's up to you. I glanced over it and I did one read through. That's the only thing I've done with it so far. I don't remember every single thing that's typed because there's a lot of stuff. But I will cover certain points and talk about those points here real quick and reflect on them and see whether or not what he's saying is smart, dumb, stupid, right, wrong, and all this other stuff. This is longer than my final exam. Yeah, it's really... I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've seen a long Ohmrecker paragraph. From the days of him messaging me, he sent me a lot of paragraphs before, but he's gotten better, in DMs communicating with me. He's gotten better and not sending long paragraphs because he understands that that's just a lot to read, and let's just cover one thing at a time and not throw everything out there. So he's gotten better, but in the comment sections, he hasn't really gotten better. But it does bring a lot of attention. There was, a lot of people are going to look at this and be like, damn, that's long. I better read what it's about. So I'm not going to read everything, but I'll start to read some of it for you guys. So, Ohmrecker starts off by saying, I need to say this again. Delirious had 3 alts in May, before the Keemstar interview, that he was actively using to harass, stalk, and threaten me, and DM others, including fans. The timing of this matters because it completely invalidates Liz's false claims in her video, that Delirious was only reacting to people harassing him. Given that he was making these fake accounts, in May, before the Keem interview, he had nothing to react to in terms of people talking about it on Twitter. No one was before the Keem interview. So what he's talking about there is that Liz sat here and said that, Delirious made these alt accounts, back in, August, October, September, something like that. It was sometime around there or whatever. I think she actually said September, October time, maybe, or August, September time. I'm not for sure. She said sometime around then. I made a video, and this is what sparked up a lot of the drama and people starting to hate on me. I called her out and I said, hey, no, it was actually back in June and July he had these alt accounts, not then. And he wasn't just using those alt accounts for that. He was doing this and that with the alt accounts. He was sending images of Ohmwrecker to people, so it wasn't even reacting to people who were talking bad about him. It was also him trying to spread bad things about Ohm and all this other stuff. So I see what Ohm's trying to bring up here, because that's exactly what I was trying to bring up. And it's okay, it's not, you don't have to be on Ohm's side to have the same point of view as he is, because he probably sees it how a lot of you guys might be able to see it. Yeah, well, Liz did say it was around here, but it was actually 2 or 3 months before then, and this time does matter because all this drama started at the end of May. And if he's claiming that he had alt accounts in May, before the Keemstar interview, then that's even more fucked up, isn't it? Because the drama hasn't even came out at that point. All the drama started coming out at the end of May. I think it was May 26th or May 25th, to be precise, I think. So Ohm is right here that time, yes, does matter. But is it a big deal? No, it's not. But at the end of the day, if Liz comes out and says, okay, yes, he had them in June and July, and then gives some sort of explanation, or even if hopefully Delirious does instead of Liz, so, Liz doesn't have to be involved in it, then that we would have a little more of an explanation on, why did you have alt accounts? What alt accounts were they, if you did have some back in May? And if he was just upfront and honest about it, that would, I think that would score a lot of points with people. Like, hey, he's being honest. He's coming on about that. But he hasn't, and he hasn't admitted anything. And, if it's not true, he wouldn't admit to anything. So we're just unsure if all those are true. We do know about the ones that Liz and Delirious admitted to. And those track back to June and July, not around the time frame that Liz pointed out. So I just wanted to bring that out and talk about that real quick. Moving on, Liz, he talks about Liz was also citing people as part of this harassment. Initially, I also tried to sort out in my head if Liz was lied to or if she was lying for Delirious, as I wasn't clear how she could have gotten the dates wrong on the accounts that were admitted to. And yeah, that's the thing too. Liz took a lot of time in her video to really do research, and there's a lot of research, there's a lot of receipts, there's a lot of screenshots, there's a lot of dates. She focuses really hard on the dates of the Vixen person, the Twitter account that she ended up putting out there, and one of the alleged victims. She put out that Twitter account and all the dates, and she was super accurate on the dates, and she specified about the dates, but then when it came to the alt accounts, she was like, he had these alt accounts, and then in text it was like, it was around this time or whatever. But if she did the research on those alt accounts, she would have solve that? And why'd she spend less time doing research on that and not that? So again, it's just confusing, and it could have been avoided if Liz just did it. And she could have done it. She could have asked Delirious directly, I mean, and it would have been just simple. So it could have been a case of where she didn't even look and Delirious told her a lie, or it could be a case where she's lying for Delirious. Regardless of what it is, and stuff, I do think it's important that if you're going to be, specific about everything and do research about everything, stick to that, because if you don't, you might be criticized for it. Not by a lot of people, I don't think, and something small like, oh, it was 2 months beforehand is not that big of a deal, and I think we all understand that. And even I pointed that out in my video that I made that everyone got flack for. I admitted that it was just a small little white lie. It's like a little white lie, if you ever heard that saying, the little white lie. That's all I pointed it out. And I don't think it's that big to focus on, but Ohm's making a big point here about it, and I think we're three paragraphs in, and he's still talking about the whole date thing. I think that's a little excessive, but it is what it is, because if you look here, these 3 paragraphs are just talking about the dates, you know what I mean? So yeah. Despite Liz throwing out lies and low blow attacks, as someone that simply doesn't know me at all, I have never attacked Liz to date like she has me, even though it'd be easy to. So he talks more about that right there. I pointed out this in my last comment, and I'll do it again. Amy sent Liz Katz a DM when Liz first started to dox her, and left the door wide open for Liz to respond and ask Amy any questions she wanted. So again, this is more talking about the situation that Amy was the girl, the alleged victim and everything, and Amy tried to reach out to Liz, and Liz refused to reach out to her, and Liz just was more keen on, I'm going to stick to this video and reveal her Twitter and her picture and her Instagram and all this other stuff, and that's what Liz decided to do. Is it wrong? Is it right? You guys tell me. I have a feeling I know what it is, but yeah, I do think that if Liz was trying to be, cordial about it, it would have been smarter just to reach back out and say, hey, what you're saying is a lie. Why are you lying to people? Or anything like that. Or if she is telling the truth, speak to her about it real quick. And maybe you don't know something, Liz. I don't know. But again, it's a tricky situation because Liz and Delirious are dating and stuff like that. What is Liz supposed to do? Liz is obviously going to defend Delirious, right? But when he's wrong, are you still going to be there to defend him? And this is a big thing, a big debate. Where I live currently, there are people who, no matter what, they'll always defend, their significant other, regardless if they're wrong or right. Regardless if the person gets physical with another person or not, they'll still defend that, And it's kind of sad. I would like to think that, if my significant other would ever harm somebody or hurt someone and they were in the wrong for it, I would call them out for that. Maybe not publicly or anything, but I would talk privately about it and hopefully it can be fixed. And I expect the same back, you know what I mean? So I would hope that Liz and Delirious are doing that, but maybe they're not. Maybe they're just sick of the drama. They don't want to focus too much time on making Delirious' name more bad because, Delirious has his YouTube channel and wants to be successful and all, and that kind of makes sense. So, moving on, right here, as I said, the last big post on TJV's video, if Delirious wants to prove he's not Ray Harper, which he is/was, I know this, it was confirmed to me in the email that I spoke about, or if he wants to prove this new revised timeline that he only made alt accounts in June versus the lie of August, which that was the lie, that it only started in August, but it tracks all the way back to June, 100% with proof it tracks back to June. We all know this. On top of another lie given that he had alts he was harassing me on in May. Those have not been 100% confirmed. We don't really see proof, and there's not an admission from the other side, so we're going to have to wait for that. Then none of these things should be a problem, right? One, Delirious and I mutually authorized Twitter to share their findings of any investigations on alternate accounts for the both of us. If he has nothing to hide and he's claiming he wasn't Ray Harper survey junkie now or using alt accounts before the Keem interview, this shouldn't be a problem. And then he brings up some other points right here. We're going to skip over them. If you'd like to read them, they're on my last live stream, or you can pause the video at any point and read them. Right here, the next one, again, I know this is hard for fans out there. People don't understand how hard it's been for me too. I'm not talking about the nonstop hate and harassment I've gotten. I'm talking about how hard it is to, again, learn that a friend was doing these kinds of things. It's been a gut punch every single time. Delirious was a real friend of mine, someone I had built a friendship with from 2014 on. I didn't want to believe any of this either, but the initial source from March 2021, who still hasn't come forward, revealed such terrible things. So again, he talks a lot more about it here. Holy crap. More and more and more. More and more and more. This is a lot. And then right here, he finishes up saying, I write these long posts so I don't have to go back and forth with anyone, but also so people at some point can process it in chunks. It hardly covers every aspect of this incredible complex situation, mostly because of all the fake personas Delirious has used in all of this. It doesn't help that Liz tries to paint him as an idiot, which she kind of did in her video. She said, you know, he ain't tech savvy or anything like that, and makes him seem more innocent. So, yeah. While at the same time admitting he had all these alts. Anyone should have been able to see through what she was doing. Even the claims that he hardly used Twitter. There were so many small lies intermixed with the big ones that people should have caught on way before anyone else pointed anything out. Anyways, that's all. So that's a lot. 1 second, everyone. All right. So, yeah, there was a lot to talk about there, and I'm not going to talk about everything because, again, I don't want this live stream to be incredibly, very super long or anything like that. But I do want to point out that he did say he wanted to make that long post first and everything, because so people can process it in chunks and he doesn't have to go back and forth with people, and it's sort of like a one and done type thing. But he could have made that a lot shorter. I mean, a lot of stuff we might have already known, but again, maybe he put by him putting more, it would help anybody else. Anybody else who doesn't know more information about it and all. So I wanted to be able to point that out, that Ohmrecker, I think, really needs to just, you know, if he wants to speak more on it, sure, but like I said before, it's best if you say less, because the more you say, the less, like, you can't take anything away once you say it. But if you say very little, you can always add more to it. And I think that by him adding less, it would just avoid anybody coming by and just like, oh, that's another long Ohmrecker paragraph, and move on from it. Or like me, where I'm not going to really take the time to read all of that. And most of the stuff under there, you know, I might be able to cover at a later date, or I'll be able to read and be like, okay, well, this is for other people to read and not really for me to cover over too much. I do think this entire thing does say a lot about not only the recent situation with Delirious and Liz Katz making a video and then Amy making a video, it also speaks a lot upon the reaction people are having to all of this, including when commentary channels are talking about this, such as myself, where I did call out Liz Katz for that, and I thought, okay, this is going to be a good video. It talks about something very minor, and even Delirious fans might appreciate it, because I'm not calling out Liz for anything big, just that she screwed up the date, and she should, you know, keep a closer eye on that and everything. And then the reaction wasn't, oh, yeah, she should be staying on top of that, but besides that, her video was pretty good, right? No, the reaction was, oh my god, TJV, you're drinking the Ohmrecker Kool-Aid or whatever, and you're on Ohm's side, and you guys should be making videos together, and people unsubscribing, and people sending death threats to me, and a bunch of other stuff. It got really crazy and out of hand. Not the first time I've dealt with stuff like that before, but it did take a little too long, for people to start to be like, okay, yeah, this does need to calm down, because it was happening for a long period of time, and it's going to continue to happen. Even horrible things were sent to Amy after Liz Katz video, and Liz Katz didn't care to put a disclaimer, even after she probably viewed Twitter and knew that people were sending death threats to her. She still hasn't put out anything about a statement being like, I don't condone that stuff, and that ain't going to get anything done. But it's, I don't know, maybe Liz Katz is going to be the type of person to be like, hey, you get what you deserve. But at the same time, how do you determine what they deserve or not? Why should your video start up all this hate, and then you not put any sort of disclaimer out there and say, hey, don't do this, you know? If Liz Katz did that, it would show a lot of maturity, and it would show a lot of, okay, you know, it would just be better if people were more civil on the internet about this specifically, and there is stuff for them to do. It's just a matter if they're going to do it or not. Liz Katz might really hate this person, and it's really hard for her to do it, but she should also at the same time hate bullies and hate people who pick on other people, just like how people have been picking on Delirious. And if she really hates bullies that much, be against bullies in general too. Don't just be against the bullies that go after you and Delirious and your family. Be after all bullies and stuff like that. And I think that would make not only the situation better, but the entire world better. But if their goal is not to make the world better and they only want to worry about themselves, then, you know, disclude everything that I'm talking about here. But I do want to sit here and just point that out real quick. There's not really much else to talk about this. Again, I'm not going to focus a lot of time on all this Ohmrecker stuff, but I do want to point out that, you know, this is very interesting if you guys want to take a look at that. It's in my previous live stream, where it's the first live stream in this new place. Go down to the comments and take a look at it. It's pretty long, and it's 2 comments he leaves. Looks like a college senior essay and everything like that. He has the nice spacing and everything, good punctuation, good grammar and everything. So go take it out, take a look at it. I'm gonna give this comment a 3 out of 10 because it's way too long to read. And after I did read it, there was a lot of things that were being repeated and stuff that just simply cannot be proven, but a lot of statements he's already said before, and I think it's kind of a repetitive statement that does need to start to calm down from Ohmrecker. At the same time, though, if you're not caught up and you wanted to hear Ohm's side, it's probably a good comment for you to read, and you'll know Ohm's side right away, and then you can decide if you agree with it or not. But that's what I would have to say about it. Alright, so, anyways, we are done talking about this, and we are going to move on to the first topic. And this is what I've been waiting to want to show you guys, is that now this is, if you email right here at trevorjeanvalentine@gmail.com, that's how you pronounce my name, Trevor Jean Valentine. If you email this, you can send in your own topic and have your own topic shown and everything as well. Real quick, if you are going to send in an email, make sure just to keep it a good length, not too long, not too short, or it can be super short, doesn't really matter, but just nothing too long, and you'll kind of get an idea on what's long and what's short here in a second when I show you guys these topics, and then, you know, include any other message that you would like to on as well. I did send out this warning 5-6 hours before the live stream, and I appreciate those who sent in these good questions. I really do appreciate it, but I appreciate all the emails I get for it. So first topic, let's get right into it. From Pim Emirs, if I pronounce that right. Dear Trevor Valentine, I hope you are having a wonderful weekend. For a topic I'd like you to talk about, I think he meant Pong, and the endless harassment that the people who regularly talk there receive and ping. Of course, it is not a serious subject, but might be fun and a silly one, and you can get people to join your Discord. From Dwarf King. Well, thank you very much, Dwarf King, for that. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, so if you don't know, I have a little Discord chat, and the Discord chat, it's from Ping and Pong. That's like my general chat 1, general chat 2, and stuff like that. There's been like a huge back and forth on which chat is better, the first general chat or the second general chat. And there's Ping and Pong. Right now, I think it's Let and Snow, and then the middle chat, the net chat, is it, so Let It Snow. But what is better, Ping or Pong? And I think that this, you know, the difference between the two is funny. So I included this question mainly because, one, I'm going to reveal what chat I prefer, and I always prefer ping. Ping chat wins 100% over Pong. Pong chat is not that good. Ping chat is the best. Just saying, ping chat is number one. The second thing I want to be able to point out real quick is that if you guys would like to join the Discord, links down in the description below, so feel free to send in or go to the Discord. And then I think I might open up a chat in the Discord for like a place to send in topics as well. But for right now, it'll just be this email. So if you want to send another one like that, do that. But thank you, Dwarf King, for the email. That is a short one, like a short thing to talk about. It ain't that long, but I might upload it for the VOD later. I might not, so I don't know. But regardless, let's move on to the second topic. The second topic, second email that I got in for the day, comes from Changed Comics. Dear TJV, I don't know if you are excited as I am for this, but what are your opinions for the next big MCU projects like No Way Home, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Doctor Strange 2, or any of those? Love the vids and can't wait to see what you come up with next. Cheers from Mass. Well, thank you very much for that, Change Comics. I really do appreciate that. So he's asking what am I pretty much excited for the next big MCU projects, and I gotta say, I think, personally, I got my Spider-Man No Way Home tickets here, by the way. I got my Spider-Man No Way Home tickets here. Yeah, I'm excited to go see Spider-Man No Way Home for sure. It's actually 13 days away. When is that? It's actually 12 days away because I'm seeing it on the day before the 17th. That's like premiere night for most places and stuff like that. I think out of all the MCU projects, I haven't seen anything from Doctor Strange 2. I heard it's going to be crazy. It's going to be like the huge multiverse movie that we've been waiting for. But until I see something, I won't build my excitement for it. I'm not just going to jump on Doctor Strange 2. I see a lot of people doing it. I'm not going to do that. I think, honestly, what I'm most excited about, I am liking Hawkeye right now. Hawkeye's good. I thought Loki was good. Falcon and Winter Soldier I really liked. And WandaVision was, it was okay. And, I really got into it, but, like, it wasn't after the fact. After, it's kind of like when you're eating something that's really good, but then after you've, chewed it and you've been sitting there 5 minutes, you're kind of like, I don't like it as much as if I was eating it, like, in the moment and stuff like that. So it's the same thing with WandaVision. I honestly, I'm not super excited about Moon Knight because I don't know a lot about Moon Knight. So I'll watch it. I'm curious, but I don't know a ton about Moon Knight. I know Moon Knight from, like, the video games and comics and stuff like that, but I don't really know much about him, and he's never been a character that really intrigued me. I think I'm a little more excited for She-Hulk than Moon Knight. I'm really excited for Miss Marvel. Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. I'm really excited about that. That's going to be amazing. It's sort of, I think Miss Marvel's going to be a lot like Shazam, where it, like, admires the other DC heroes. And I think Miss Marvel's going to be a lot like that, admiring, like, Captain Marvel and stuff like that. I'm really curious about The Marvels, the second Captain Marvel movie called The Marvels. I'm kind of excited to see that because I'm curious on what they're going to do to kind of fix the problems from the first Captain Marvel. I think Black Panther Wakanda Forever is my top movie that I'm excited to go watch because I'm really hoping for them to bring Michael B. Jordan back, and I'm a huge Michael B. Jordan fan. So I think that would be something big that I'm excited to see as well. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta wait until I see something from Doctor Strange 2. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, I'm excited for, but I gotta wait to see more stuff from it, like trailers and posters. I think Spider-Man No Way Home is the top excitement right now. It's the closest. It's literally 12 days away. I know Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be in the movie. I know we're going to have all those villains, the Lizard, Sandman, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Electro, all that stuff. I guaranteed Mysterio's in there. I guaranteed the Vulture will be in there. Venom will be in there. It'll be crazy. So I honestly think that it's going to be... I think it's going to be Spider-Man No Way Home. Second, I would put the Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And then I think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 might be up there too, because I'm excited to see Adam Warlock. I forgot his name, but We're the Millers, the movie, that kid from We're the Millers, he's also in like the Maze Runner movies. He was announced to be Adam Warlock, and I'm so excited for that. I think there's like photos out there of how ripped and how big he's getting for the movie, and I'm just kind of blown away by that, so I'm excited to see that. I was kind of hoping for Zac Efron to be Adam Warlock, because that was sort of like, I saw some fan art of what it would look like if Zac Efron was Adam Warlock, and I think it looked pretty decent, and I think that would be something good for Zac Efron to be in, to like really distinguish himself from what he's done before. He does that classic college kid, high school type movies all the time, the singing and dancing constantly, and I think being in a Marvel film would be, kind of different for Efron, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I'll end up letting you guys know about the like Spider-Man No Home and the other MCU projects, but I think Spider-Man No Home's at the top, and then I'm looking forward to like stuff down the road, like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Thor Love and Thunder, Guardians of the I don't know if I said that or not, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and all this other stuff. Loki Season 2 I'm excited for, and I'm hoping Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or Captain America now and the Winter Soldier, gets another show as well. That would be pretty cool. Anyways, regardless, we're going to move into the third topic now, of the stream. And the third topic is from William Mitzen. In Germany, there's a lockdown for non-jabbed people. I was wondering on your thoughts on this, because in England, there is a massive divide on being vaccinated for being unvaccinated. So this has been a huge topic, and I'm curious on what you guys have to say in the live chat about it, but there has been a huge discussion, and a really big discussion about should you get vaccinated or should you not get vaccinated and stuff like that. And obviously, I see the reasons for both, and I'm open to listen to the reasons for both. I'm not going to just shut out the people who aren't getting vaccinated and refuse to, and I'm not going to just blindly listen to people who are getting vaccinated and everyone telling you to get vaccinated and stuff like that. I do think it is very important for people to be able to have the choice to do it or the choice not to do it. If you care a lot about your health and the health of others, I think you would be more likely to go and get vaccinated. But at the same time, I don't think people are forced to do that, especially if they're in a state where they're not going to either get COVID or they're not going to be that harmed by COVID. But it does leave the chance of, if they ever had contact with someone who is vulnerable to possibly death and major illnesses from COVID, to receive that if they don't get the vaccination because they might have COVID. So having said that, there's one other point I want to bring up, is that there has been many reports about vaccinations not working, and people that do get vaccinated have severe side effects and other illnesses, and they might even, still get COVID, and people have passed away already after they've gotten a vaccination. So having said this, my idea and my thoughts on it, regardless of where you're from, Germany, England, either the States, Australia, wherever you're from in the world, what I think is going to be different from what you guys think, and what I think is going to be different from what, politicians and governments are going to think. I personally think that it is your choice. You're allowed to choose whether or not you want a vaccination or not. Now, at the same time, if you're at fault for not having a vaccination and giving it to somebody else, you have to be able to take responsibility for that and take the measures that you need to take. Mitson, actually the guy who sent in the email, Mitson16 with $2 super chat, hey dude, thanks for reading my email. Yeah, no problem at all. Hopefully you send in another one for the next live stream. It'll either be tomorrow or it'll probably be Monday. But it'll be tomorrow or Monday. Hopefully you send in another email. It's completely up to the person, but the person also has to take responsibility if they're at fault for anything. Having said that, I do think that for me personally, I haven't got the vaccination, and I'm not required to, and I'm not going to. And even if I was required to, I'd be looking at great lengths not to do it. If it was more simple for me just to go get it and not have to go through the work of refusing to get it, I would look at it and see if it was something I would be interested in or if I wanted to choose to fight against it. But right now, I'm young, I'm healthy, and I don't think I'm required to do it. I don't go around people who are subject to having, major things happening to them if they have COVID. My parents are perfectly healthy and they don't have the vaccination. I go around my siblings and they're perfectly healthy and they don't need the vaccination. I've gone around my friends who do have the vaccination and or the vaccine and all this other stuff. So I don't go around people like that. And around the holidays, I'm not going around, my grandparents or anybody else or younger children or anything like that. I'm not doing that. So I feel like I still don't need it. And I don't want it. But as time goes on, if I am going to be around them and I am going to be close to them, we'll have to wait and see. Before vaccines and the vaccination came out, the only way we could solve this is by social distancing and wearing masks. So I think if we continue to do that and you don't want the vaccination, just stay away and then wear a mask. If you do that, then I don't think you necessarily need the vaccination because people were saying that could help save lives. And if you go do that around your elders and stuff like that and little kids and stuff like that and just stay away from them, if you're going to cough or sneeze or whatever, leave the room. And if you just keep doing that, you'll be fine, okay? And then always staying clean, always washing your hands and always washing, cleaning stuff around the house and making sure your living environment is clean. So honestly, I don't think the vaccine is required for people, and it shouldn't be required. It is up to a choice. And me personally, I don't want to get it simply because I do not want to get it. And I believe I have the freedom and the right to say that and not be able to get it if I don't want to get it. It's just like other shots that, you'd go get from a doctor, for anything else. You have the choice to do that. And then just go from there, obviously. So again, I wanted to be able just to sit here and point that out and have that be a topic. But let me know in the live chat what you guys think of all of that real quick. And then give me 1 second. I will read your guys' comments in just 1 second. I'm going to get on my phone real quick. All right, so reading your guys' comment, DQP says, I wash my hands with the tears of my enemies every evening. Oh, ouch, okay. The vaccines were not made in 6 months. It's a bit more complicated than that. I don't know where that's being talked about. People won't get the shot because they don't know what's in it or the long-term effects, but if someone is sick, they will go to the doctors and get a script of meds to feel better without knowing what it is too. Yeah, so like I do want to talk about the arguments real quick with COVID and stuff like that, like the arguments people have against not getting it and getting it and stuff like that. The argument people say for getting it is always like, you're going to kill people if you don't get it, and that's not necessarily the case, and you shouldn't be throwing on people, you're going to kill people if you don't get this mandatory shot from a doctor. Like that, I don't think it's that extreme, okay? People they can take measures, and they can have that in mind, and they can resume responsibility for what they do if they choose not to get it. So I don't like that argument for the people who say you have to get it. I don't like the argument for people who say they don't have to get it because, I just don't know what's in it. I'm like, yeah, well, when you take meds or when you eat food, you don't always know what's in that either. I think what they're more freaked out about is that, one, people can just be honestly scared of needles. People can be scared of needles. It's a real thing. I've had many people in my life who were scared of needles. I was scared of needles, but I was like 4 years old when I was scared of needles. I was a college student. I was poor. I used to go to donate blood all the time for money and stuff like that. Not a good feeling. You always get a needle jabbed in your arm every time. So yeah, I do think it is important for people to be safe. but at the same time, remain healthy. And if you think that you need the vaccination, get the vaccination, but don't start to come out in an outroar arguing about it all the time, because at the end of the day, people are going to choose what they want to do. They're going to do what they want to do, and you honestly can't do nothing about it, okay? There's nothing requiring people to go get it. I haven't got it, and I'm not going to get it. But at the same time, I'm being safe. I'm not going around people who are going to be subject to like death or major illness. I'm going around other healthy people, and I'm always letting people know, hey, I don't have COVID, I don't feel sick, but I have also not gotten the vaccination. And I'm always upfront and honest about it, and people can decide if they want to still meet or they do not want to meet, and all the other stuff. And yeah, I just wanted to be able to point that out real quick. At TJV, my work is saying that if we don't get vaccination, we lose our jobs. Again, you're just going to have to look, at your work policy, the union policy, and all this other stuff, and see if they have to require you. Some places will require you to get the vaccination. I mean, if you're going to work in food, if you're going to have COVID and not know, because younger people who are healthy and can have COVID and still feel great and fine, or just okay, they might have the vaccine. They might have COVID, and you could spread it onto food and give it to other people, and people could end up dying from that. And if they died because they ate at this restaurant and got this illness, yeah, the company is liable. So if you choose to work at a company or something like that, you might be forced to get the vaccination. And it's up to you whether or not, Speedy, if you would want to continue to work there or not continue to work there. If it's a good job, keep the job, get the vaccination, and then go from there. But at the end, let's say 5 years down the road, if we start to see huge long-term effects of people with the vaccination and it's all fucked up, wherever the vaccinations come from, that place is going to get fucked with lawsuits. Just saying. But I think it's pretty safe. We've had like doctors and stuff from around the world really work at trying to get this, and I'm sure it's fine for people to get it, and it's not going to have anything majorly bad long term. If it does, we'll try to keep up to date on that and see what that is and who that might apply to. But for right now, I think it's safe for anybody to get it if they do get it. Speedy follows up, TJV, bruh, my work isn't unionized. They're an at-will company. They would rather lose 20% of their workforce instead of $20 million in government contracts. Okay, well, again, I just didn't know what your workplace was and stuff like that. I know there's a couple places that do have unions, and they have unionized work and stuff like that, and sometimes the unions will protect and have them make the choices and stuff like that, or the union will go on strike and stuff like that. That does happen before. My dad works at John Deere. It's a big company here in the Midwest and stuff like that. They're not forced at all for vaccination and stuff like that, and they didn't force anybody at the time. Even if there was a vaccination, they didn't. So again, it all depends. Hopefully your work situation goes well, Speedy, and everything goes well. I love how people take COVID as a joke when their parents or grandparents catch it and pass away, that when they start whining and crying about COVID. I've seen that a couple times with like childhood friends of mine that I have on Facebook, where they thought COVID was a huge joke and everything, and they bitch and complain about COVID and all this other bullshit and everything shutting down and places closing, and then they'll lose like a family member or something to it, which will be tragic and upset, but then they'll just do a complete 180 with it and not take it seriously. But a lot of people were kind of like that. People took they received benefits. A lot of people received unemployment when they didn't need unemployment. There was a lot of people who decided to leave their jobs when they didn't need to leave their job. And the people who want to reap the benefits from this horrible thing that's happening around the world, in the long term, they're not going to be as successful as those who are going to work hard, regardless of what's going on in the world, and they're not going to just try to reap every benefit they can. They're going to earn their benefits. They're going to earn the success and stuff like that, and not just try to jump to it right away. So I applaud those who are doing that. And I'm seeing Smurf up, sanitizer. What is wrong with you, Smurf? M. Ford says, I've been exposed numerous times because of the previous job I was at. My store shut down several times for it to clean. I have yet to come back as positive. Well, yeah, some people, you know, have been exposed to it. I've been exposed to it several times, and I've only gotten sick once. One time I got sick. I went to the doctor to see if I, you know, had COVID. Didn't have COVID at all. I was just sick. I just had like a little flu or something like that. So if I did have COVID, it probably passed. And I'm sure I did, because I've hung out around people who were sick and stuff like that. And I didn't care about it, because I knew if I did get sick, it would only be for a couple of weeks and I'd be fine. And the job that I was having during COVID, like YouTube and stuff, you know, I did just fine, you know. And yeah, so I think it's, if you're young, you're healthy, if you're anywhere between the age of like 14 to late 30s, I think you'll be completely fine. Even into your 40s and 50s, I think you'll be fine, because my parents are up there and they're doing just fine. Then yeah, all that other stuff. But regardless, I do want to be able to close off the stream. This stream was only 1 hour because I didn't focus a lot of time talking about the Ohmrecker comment at all. But I am going to be closing up the stream because I showed you guys the topics. Let me know what you guys think of these new things right here for the topics. It is something new I want to try. If you guys like it, let me know real quick in the live chat before I leave. Jingle Well said, I like your setup. Well, thank you very much for liking this setup. Let me know what you guys think, though, and all the other good stuff. And if you guys like the topics and stuff like that, Austin joined. Wow, right when I joined you in the stream. Yeah, you probably just got off school, Austin, so... Wait, today's Saturday. You don't even have school today. My bad. But yeah, let me know if you guys like the whole new topic thing and how this looks. If you guys like it, make sure to send in more emails and stuff like that, and I'll include your topic or question, and I'll include it here on the show and stuff like that. It's a slideshow. TJV vacation photo soon. Kinda, yeah. But yeah, again, if you're missing out on the stream and you're just joining in, don't worry. I will be able to upload, if you don't want to watch the live stream in full, I'll be able to upload little segments from here that I can, and stuff that I can't. The live stream will just be open for anybody to watch it. Thank you everyone who sent in the super chats and stuff like that. Thank you everyone who joined and everything this stream and has been awesome in the live chat and all the other good stuff. But yeah, anyways, make sure to send in any topics or question to this email and get your topic or question featured on the next time we live stream. It will probably be on Monday. Sunday we'll do a nice little day break, and then Monday, every single day that, you know, for that week, we should be on a ball rolling, making live streams and videos constantly. So yeah, let me know that all down there in topic question. Let me know that in the comments and all that other good stuff. If someone would like to timestamp the stream, they're more than welcome to timestamp it. But don't worry, there will be videos about the segments and stuff coming out soon. But thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you guys all next time. Peace.